Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choice of the Stories You Play Weekly Recap. We have a lot of content to get to. Let's get started. So, freshmen, overall, I'm glad that the group's back together. However, if you're a James fan, not quite there yet. You were left on that big cliffhanger, weren't you? But I'm glad that Zig, kind of like the support, kind of like Wingman, he's coming back to the team. There's got a little more closure we got to do with him that I feel, but overall, I think we're doing pretty good. Um, they need to let Pixelberry needs to let him drop his guard a little more, and they also need to stop making the main character, in my case, Mizumi, a little less dumb, especially in compared to people. It was very prevalent when it was, do you support Chris or do you let, um, damn it, I forget his name. But when you let the other guy, stand up or not, so to support him, you're his roommate, you're his friend, far more than he will, and they just kind of like, you kind of like derp it up. Um, I mean, from the moment you had even started it was already thumbs down. Nope, you're speaking. How dare you? What are you thinking? Sebastian is a prick. I mean, let's be honest. Even the dean hates him, which high five. That was incredible. And why did they never turn in Sebastian? That I'll never know. Seriously. I get the Sebastian drama. You need that, arch nemesis kind of thing. It makes freshmen a little more interesting. But, eh, I mean, when is Sebastian gonna get his comeuppance? You know? We have that information on hand. We could screw Sebastian, yet we don't. Why? I mean, if we went to the dean with that, his ass is gone, and yeah, we'd lose a couple chapters of hilarity and drama, but James coming back permanently, though he has something to confess. And all the James fans in the world cried out in a sad agony of, please didn't sleep with Yasmin. Please, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, you poor, poor people. No, something tells me, though he really needs to get his groove back, his outfit back. I don't think he probably slept with her. If he did, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll counter that when it happens. Next up, Crown. Wow. So Leon died. Spoilers. I mean, I've given you guys almost a week, so come on. Um, and the fact that she takes Azura, takes his power, his life essence, and it bolsters her to become almost unstoppable. Sai has all of that power to counter her and actually beat her. And Sai doesn't have to drain anyone. Sai doesn't have to kill anyone. It's amazing how powerful the fire side is versus the lightning. You would think that with all the technological, you know, merits that they want to talk about, all the betterness they have in their kingdom, that you would think of a better way to gain power versus I was sitting there, a lot of people were sitting there doing the math too, and it's one person a day to sustain her power, which I don't get. I mean, does she start to become an old decrepit hag or something? I mean, what what happens if she doesn't get that life force a day? Like, yeah, she would power down, and she wouldn't need the power, but do you really need to kill a person every single day just to be like, oh, I have the power? I have the power. I don't understand that. So that's 365 people a year, unless the Crown of the Flame universe goes on a different time scale than us. But right now we're going off of our, calendar and everything. So you're telling me that the people in her kingdom are that gullible? Just absorb me, Queen Ashila. Little bride, just absorb me. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Um, it's dumb. It's a really dumb concept, but it's Pixelberry. I'll let it slide. It's their creative writing team. But still, um, And they've been doing this for what? I mean, how many years? I think they said for 15 years that the Iron Kingdom has reigned in its own domain, and that they've been against the other five kingdoms. So thousands of people have died. Thousands. To feed her. To keep her sustained. And no one's been like, you know what? I'm really questioning this. Okay. So Sai can kick her ass. Almost like, ooh, killer. So could you imagine if we had Sai and Dom? Something tells me, and don't quote me on this, but you kind of can. Something tells me there's going to be an ultimate battle, maybe midway through the book, where Sai and Dom are going to have a fight out, and then maybe Azura might get involved. It might be like a battle building up to the big one, where it's kind of like a small team, and then your team, and you have picked your new crown defender, which I'm guessing is one of the two fighters we have left, which is Val or Raiden. Unless you wanted to go with a sister, or you pick Luther, or I mean, because we've got to go back and now we've got to rally our allies. So maybe, the one girl from the Thorn Kingdom who's now queen, maybe she'll be a fighter. I don't know. Maybe she's got a fighter. I don't know. There's a lot of people, as you saw, that haven't been recruited yet. But something tells me, at least if my imagination and my writing skills were to go this way, I would say, they broke into Hex's fortress. They had this epic fight. Um, Dom was under her control because of the thing on his head. Sai and Dom fought it out. Sai won due to the power of love of getting, you involved. And I don't know. It was just something along that line. But something tells me once Dom and Sai team up, which everybody kind of yelled about Pixelberry, and the whole, oh my god, it's already spoilers, it's going to be Kenna versus Dom. That could be, like I said, right now I'm pointing that out right now, mid-season fight that leads up to a big fight. So I don't look at that as a spoiler. There's spoilers in everything. I hate to break it to you. If you look at anything, don't look at any trailers, folks, when a new season comes out, because then it would spoil it, wouldn't it? It'd be like, this week on The Walking Dead. Oh, well, shit, I didn't watch last week's. No! Throw something at the television to break it, to turn it off, I mean, what the hell? Something tells me she'll go back, she'll get her allies, she'll come forth, she'll get Dom or Try. Whitlock, he's the inventiveness, he's intelligent. Something tells me he's going to work on some inventions, some backup plans, some offensive and defensive things. That's his purpose. That's how we took back the Five Kingdoms to begin with. Because Whitlock. We got to engage them in combat. We got to see their weakness. So think about it. Leon, before he died, he was able to take down all those warriors and beat their best one. So, it sucks Gabriel's not around, man. He would have kicked that ass. That man would have kicked some ass. But, I digress. We also got to see something that, maybe Azura's weakness, maybe her downfall, was, getting up and being a little, doing something here. Also gotta get a drink. So, I use a wireless headset, so that's the awesome part. So, Joran, his weakness was revealed now. She refused, and it was his highest honor, to allow him to be absorbed. And just taking a quick drink. Oh, there we go. She refused to allow him to be absorbed. That was his... It was my service to be absorbed in you. It was to serve the queen, the brightest. And he was really pissed about that. So I think that's going to be a double-edged blade for him. I think that's going to be like Helena. Everybody says, what happened to Helena? Is she going to come back? She might. Remember, we let her go. That was part of the deal. She fought for us, and then she'd be allowed to go free. Um, for those who use the diamond options. For those who didn't, Helena went free and she walked away as it is. So that was bound to happen. Remember that. So will we go back and she will join us? Because Luther's back in charge and she seeks some sort of redemption? Or, like I said, there's a lot of warriors in the kingdom that we haven't even called upon. There's a lot of unknowns to be recruited, so I'm looking forward to that. Kind of sucks that not everybody's on the Crown of Flame hype train, as I am. I enjoy it. I like how they've turned it. It's away from Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones, it feels like it's been forever. Um, so Pixelberry's done a great job on doing their own creative works, and then also keeping it to that same feel, and yet the views are down. What the hell? We got Crown and the Flame being second to Love Hacks. I'm kind of floored by that. I don't know, maybe just people aren't caught on to it, or maybe people still feel like it's Crown and the Flame-ish of Game of Thrones. I don't know. Hopefully more people enjoy it. On to the next one, Rules of Engagement. I called it. Um, in the previous week, I had talked about, the royalty and the pre-marriage, and that was possibly why. And then this week it was, boom, confirmed. Just a big old stamp right on it. And, I was glad to be right. The job... So, for Alex, whew. Okay, firstly, I enjoyed the friendship. Damn it, accent. I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing it because we haven't been able to do the Francois, and I don't wonder if we will be able to do French in the future since we're on a worldwide cruise. We, so and I had to go with the Texan, because once we confirmed he was from Texas, we just had to get in there. But as for the job, because I feel like this would split him and Elena, because she's all about that ideals for the company, and that's why she stayed and fought so hard and gave so much, and even doing what she's doing now, it's for the company. Um, I don't think it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down to another Nicole type decision where you're going to be, at the end of the moral of the story, you're going to be like, you know what? I thank you for coming all the way out here and finding me out in the middle of Timbuktu, but um, you know what? I'm gonna stay the little guy, the moral compass, who I am. I'm gonna stay who I am, and I really wish you the best of luck with your Texas oil spill crap. But yeah, peace, dude. And then him and Elena will hold hands and walk away into the sunlight. So that's predictable as shit. Because, let's be honest, the inheritance would right everything. The inheritance would fix the farm. The inheritance would fix everything that's wrong right now. Um, so Crown of the Flame, I feel like they have maybe a third book in them, and then it's going to have to move on. We're going to have to move on. I think that's what they're preparing. With the Royal Romance, I feel like we're coming to the breaking point, the middle of the story before it comes to the next half and then a closure. That's where I feel. And it's ironic I'm saying that as we're halfway through book 2. And that's how I feel right now. And please kiss Elena. Make it official. Just press her back against the wall. Lean in close. Press your lips against hers. And just give in, Alex. Give in! It's getting old. It almost feels like this is a Mark and Katie type of relationship from Love Hacks. It's just beating around that bush. We know the chemistry's there. It just would ignite like a forest fire. Um, bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying. I foresee Nicole reappearing soon, probably at the next docking. Or by the end of this book. Let's put it that way. But I would say, let's see, this is chapter 12. I'd say chapter 14, 15. Nicole will reappear, and then we'll begin the making up with Audrey. I foresee that becoming what's next. The French accent, back to that, I really hope you guys did enjoy. Um, I wanted to go with it! I was like, Cordonia, we're traveling, we need some accents. You can only do a guy's voice so many ways. You can only do a female's voice so many ways. And then someone brought up, I did the Gone with the Wind voice in, yeah, in the for the one woman who appeared the fiance to Leo. Um, Apparently some people like that. Let me know if you did enjoy that. Um, I really didn't even know. I haven't watched Gone with the Wind in a while. It's been a long while, but I haven't watched it. And someone was like, "You did O'Hara's voice," and it was just. So I'm literally gonna have to practice because I just winged it. I just picked a voice that was in my head and I just winged it. But I went and watched a little bit of it, and I'm like, "Oh wow, I actually kind of did." Um, about the whole Leo thing. Oh, okay. Before we get to the whole I don't care about Leo, which I do, but I don't because we're not in a relationship with him, okay? At least in not my playthrough, not yet. Um, like I said, I want to eventually go back through and play from everyone's perspective and see what Leo offers, what Dean offers. Though Dean and his shenanigans with the aunt, I may hate him and never want to. Um, that being said, someone had brought up. Well, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. The guy in Royal Romance is related to Leo. Yes. So remember, um, he's going to forgo his right as prince to take the throne. Remember, he's giving that up. He doesn't want to be that way. And he mentions his brother. His brother is more suited for the crown. So we see that peak behind that curtain. That's going to happen, which I think they released that too soon. I think that leaves some of the mystery. So this coming week, they're really going to have to go with that. They're going to have to show him giving up. They may have to even introduce his brother Liam, and then everything may just have to go. Then it's synced up to Royal Romance. Um, maybe a week behind, maybe two, but they could eventually get it there, especially with rules of engagement coming to a closure where Royal Romance is starting up. Um, so yeah, moving on. Love hacks. Actually, I really got into this one. It actually needed love hacks as needed that drama. It's actually needed real drama, not the well, Mark loves me, does he? Well, yes, we all know it, but he's not going to confess it, silly. Um, you know, just that whole it feels like Friends, and that was one of the things I just never really got into Friends. I couldn't really stand Friends because it was a horrible show to me. A lot of people like Friends. That's your right, that's your opinion, but to me it was just it was just they had the same type of shit going on there. They never really had any drama. It was just, oh, I like her, but I don't like her, but I had fight, but I did, oh, I pranked her, and it's stupid. Um Outfits. Oh, Pixelberry, you gotta stop this shit. Making outfits change the whole course of a book. And the male outfits were derp too. Let's talk about that. The male outfits were Ben and Cole were the only two that Cole was okay. Let's put it this way: he wasn't dressed as nice as Ben. Mark was to me, which really was a kill for me. But at the same time, why is it? It feels like they care so much about females. And Ben was incredible. Um, his getting up in TJ's face was beautiful. A lot of people were like, "Well, I picked to, defend myself, but I saw what you did." Oh, I got turned on. I was like, "Wait, what?" That was what I was hoping for because, like I said, Ben is me. Um, he's the nerd, he's the geek, he's the awesome, but he will kick your ass if you touch his girl or if you disrespect her or hurt her in any way, he will pound you and dexter you, and we will build the relationship together by burying you in the middle of the sea. Um, so I had mentioned there for a brief moment in Love Hacks, after a foreshadowing or I don't know the exact word, but basically coming to a realization that I have been Mark once in my life. Um, and people knew my feelings towards a girl. And unfortunately, um, how can I put this short and simple? There's a girl I was really into, um, and I had a big crush on her since middle school all the way to high school. And everybody knew it, but no one said anything. And she was with a guy, um, Craig Combs, who he was a bro to me. He was really cool, with the guys. But there were times, and a lot of times, her and him fought, and so then they'd break up, and then they get back together. Then they break up, and then they get back together. And right, after they broke up, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get the confidence. I'll go over. I'll speak to her. Things like that. And I was a shy, just kind of. Back then, I just wasn't really into girls. I didn't have the confidence. I was more of a bookworm. I was more into doing things. My life was too much of a drama as it is. So I never got around to it. And I was that friend on the sidelines for both. And it sucked. But, like I said, we all have most of us, I can only speak for myself, but I believe we all have a Mark moment in our lives where we like someone, but they're in a relationship with someone else. And we, usually when they're in a relationship, you don't go up and tell them, hey, I really like you, but I know you're in a relationship with so-and-so, but I just thought I'd tell. No, you typically either wait or you never get the chance. And I moved away, and then that was it. That was it. But let's move on. This is for choices. So 3 love choices next week are coming. To take to the top, to take up with you, which I really hope that's not a diamond choice, or Pixelberry, screw you. If it is a diamond choice, that's really gonna suck. I'm already getting chewed out as it is, because people are like, you never spend your diamond! And I'm like, yeah, I do. It's called diamond videos. I'm not gonna give you a 2-in-1. I really wish I could, but then I would forgo everyone else, and then I was also give up. Once you spend those diamonds, you start spending them, then you're like, okay, I'm trying to manage 293 diamonds for Most Wanted. I'm only getting so many diamonds right now, 5 diamonds from this week. Then I have to put forth money for more diamonds. Then I have to do... And people are like, why don't you? I'm just getting so tired of people chewing me out because it's like, maybe we saw how many diamonds you have, spend them. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm also trying to do a diamond series, and I'm not made out of money. You know? So, let's just say it's not a diamond choice. We get to pick one to go up with us. We already know it's going to be Ben. It's not going to be Lay, who... What? That was offered as an option? And it was in the forebode and, showing what's next bull BS for next week. So there's Lay, there's Ben, then there's Mark. And I swear to God, if I would have seen TJ, I would have thrown something at the screen. So, if it's a diamond choice, Pixelberry, I got a 4-letter word for you. Starts with F. So, I'm gonna scream it. No, I'm kidding. So Royal Romance. They flipped into, this is what's happening. And this is, like I said, I wish they would have waited another week because it showed that Leo definitely gives up his prince, his crown. And then it's, hey, let's have some flashbacks. I wish they would have waited a week. At the same time, they could have just shown everything and then they could have flash forwarded. Or, no, see, that would have been stupid too. I wish they would have just left it alone. Like I am the heir to the crown of Cordonia, and then you could have sat there thinking, what the hell, you know? And I'm coming back, and I need females to work to make me sandwiches and dress pretty, and you must impress my parents. I mean, what? Just what? Um. So far we like, I believe, Liam. Drake's a close second. I guess we'll see how things go. That's about the only thing I say because it's just brand new book that just came out. Um, Tark. I'm gonna call him Tark. Tarek. Tarek or Tark is either one pronunciation. Because everybody likes chewing me out about that. It's pronounced, and half the time that people correct me, I literally go to Google and I'm like checking, and it's like, no, you even got your own pronunciation wrong. It's pronounced where you are. So let's put it that way. And then you see a name like this, and it's Tarek Tark, because sometimes the I is silent. I have people who sometimes parts of their names are silent. It's like, oh, well, I screwed up. And sometimes you have it's a 50-50 coin flip. So that's what I'm going with right now. So I'm just gonna go with Tark. He has a real alcohol issue. I'm just saying, he has a real alcohol issue. Everywhere we went. Ah, do you have any balls horse 50? Do you have any this? Do you have any? It's like, dude, whoa, whoa. How is your liver? Um, it was a nice start overall to the book series, since this is book one. Hopefully they do keep it freshman style. It does feel like it's a freshman so far. And then that very interesting. A lot of people and Pixelberry themselves. I would have to pull up the article. They said that the girl that looked like Hex at the very beginning was a descendant of Xenobobia. I don't know. From what I read, some people sent me some screenshots of what Pixelberry was saying. You can typically catch that on their Tumblr and crap like that. I don't always read everything they post, just like I'm sure they don't watch every video I post. I doubt they even think I exist or know. Besides when I contact them, I'm like, yo, guys, I got a question. Yo, can I have some of that artwork? Usually it's no, go screw yourself. Kind of like the music. Everybody was like, hey, can we have some music? No. Sad face. Um, I'm sure there's people out there who have kind of like copied the songs and just let them play in the background, and then copy them or record them. I'm sure there's some YouTubers out there with it going on. I might do that actually one week, since it is Crown of the Flame related, and we are doing their content. And typically the music for the game doesn't get copyrighted by YouTube. So I think since it is, if I got permission from Pixelberry, I could maybe have that as a backdrop to like the weekly recaps, where we could get some choices music going. That kind of be a cool change up. Have it just low and in the back, and for people to enjoy, and maybe even share the link if I can get it. If I can get it. Um, because being a YouTuber, I try and do everything on the up and up. I don't like to you know cheat, hack, all that bullshit. I like to be on the up and up. When you go to ask for music, you ask for it. It's like that Cyberpunk song. I went through all the legit channels for that to literally sing a minute clip. So it's all on the up and up. Um, by the way, Most Wanted Book 2. Anyway, people are going to go, what? I stayed to the end. No, you're going into this. So Pixelberry was confirming that there is going to be a Most Wanted Book 2, just not when. Which, no shit there's going to be a Most Wanted Book 2. You guys literally have had it on your Google Play Store as an image for God knows how long, pretty much since the beginning. And everybody wants it. Everybody's asking for it. Yes, that Most Wanted didn't have such a great demand when it first started because everyone was up and up with Hollywood U, Freshmen. Everybody loved Freshmen. Everybody still loves Freshmen. But Most Wanted was something that wasn't, oh, the romance, it's only through the diamonds, and things like that. So I'm glad that they're going down that route now. Um, Let me go ahead and do this. So with that being said, I'm glad to know that there's some official statement now that is at least cementing it. But again, I've dealt with a lot of that in the gaming industry. Half-Life 3, we're working on it. Okay. I'd rather a Left 4 Dead 3. How about that? Um, it seems like Steam and everybody gets to that number 2, and then when there's supposed to be a 3, they're like, you know what? Screw you, and they just abandon all work. So yeah, I'm getting tired of that. So yeah, at least make Most Wanted Book 2. I could see a lot of ways Book 2 could go, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to where Book 2 could go. And I don't know, maybe someday I just need to sit down and just write some creative things and send them to Pixelberry. I don't know. It's a thought. Um, so aside from that, um, I guess one more choices related thing I really wish they'd get the ball rolling on, and this is maybe where they could take a hint if they are listening to this video and they ever go and say, since they listen to feedback off of Facebook, um, Mystic Messenger has a very cool little thing. I know I've only done the prologue for you guys yet, but I've got more content coming out, especially today. I do have a doctor's appointment here, desperately needed to get to here within the next couple hours. So, at the bottom of the screen, if you ever play Mystic Messenger, and I wonder if a lot of people cue into this because I didn't at first, and I remember during my prologue I clicked on it was a little spaceship, right? And it gave you just a thing, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pointless. Well, when it gets to the end of its little trail there at the bottom, if you click on it, it says tap, tap, tap. So you tap on it, right? It gives you a randomly generated amount of currency. So you can either get the hourglasses, you can get the hearts, you can get a lot of that stuff, which I'm kind of building up on right now because I'm sure we're going to need it for when we do Mystic Messenger. So right now I'm building up on that. So at least I can be like, okay, this is what I'm going into. I want to go in there with brand new set eyes like I've done with choices. I don't want to go in there with, oh, this is how you do it, and it's just going to be really monologue and really boring. So I really wish that Pixelberry would allow doing something like that for so many chapters played, like hit milestones, and then you would get like a certain amount of diamonds for that, or maybe do ads, which would increase. If they would get something out of it, you would get something out of it. You know, you don't force people, but give us, talk to some ad people and say, hey, could we do some ads in our app? It's really popular. It's got 10 million downloads, which is pretty fantastic for Google Play Store alone, and that's not even counting iOS. They would get ads, and that's revenue for them. That's how I function. Um, Unless you become YouTube and suddenly PewDiePie and a bunch of other people do some anti-Semitic stupid crap, and then they ruin the ad funding for everyone else. Dun dun dun. Yeah, thanks for that, Pewds. Or Felix. Anyway, so then what you could do is by watching a video, you could get 5 diamonds. And then there's only a couple ads per day that you watch, but at least, that's 5 to 10 diamonds that per day you could maybe get. Even just 1 to 2 diamonds a video, and then you give a certain amount per day. 10 million people watching all those ads, you're gonna net some. I mean, shit, man, you're gonna net some nice little revenue going. Okay. Um, I wish they would do something like that. I really wish they would, because it's discouraging when you're only getting diamonds for completing the chapters once and then you're done. And people don't get that. Is once I spend those diamonds that right now I'm hoarding up, and I've also purchased, people don't get that. Oh, well, you didn't have enough diamonds. I don't like your content. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. I mean, it's either I like a certain thing you want, and I do it, and then I'm out of diamonds, and then I can't continue the Most Wanted series, which we're almost to the closure of, or, I do Most Wanted, and then people are like, I don't watch it because I don't care. I've already watched someone else's. And it's like, well, you know what? Are they doing voice acting? No. Are they having fun? Are they making you laugh? Are they making you cry? No. Okay then. So I'm offering something in and of itself unique. Shut up. So that's how I feel. I like talking to you folks. I really do, and I enjoy doing the weekly recaps. I enjoy doing my Fallout Shelter series, which check those out. I usually talk like this and rant a little and get some things out, and you guys get to relate to me a little more. So that's awesome. I really wish I could pick a game to stream with me and my friends where I could get to sit down with some of you. Um, and I've thought about like doing Heroes of the Storm or maybe Overwatch, and I'd have to dial down my friends a little, because I don't want to show all losing streaks and shit, but content where we could sit and chat, where you're there for the content, you're there for maybe for a little bit of the game, but you're also there to chat, and I get to chat with you, and you get to text back and things like that. And then also, like I said, YouTube is a lot of people pulled the ads from YouTube, so it's hurting a lot of content makers, especially if you're somebody such as me, or somebody who's starting out. Basically, you're the low end of the spectrum right now. You're trying to become something. Um, Basically, those people with millions and millions of subscribers right now, those people are okay. For people like me, it's really, it's kind of like cut you off at the knees. Um, and then at the same time, um, the donation on my page went away because YouTube. And their philosophy for that is, well, people typically don't communicate back with their community unless it's through streams. That's false, and I know more than an arm length of YouTubers I could write on my arm that actually communicate via the comments, and I'm such a YouTuber. Um, so it sucks. So remember to always like my content. If you did, leave comments if you wish. Please do share. It does help me out because we need to grow our community. We always need to grow our community. Let's be honest. But I would like to. I would like to, you know, um, be the person that some of you guys really, hold me up to be. That hey, you're fantastic and everything. I want to be that person. I want to be, you know, um, where I can get to the place where I can do this full time and I can pump out a lot more content. I can pump out those diamond editions a lot more and a lot faster, and someone who gives back to the community as you guys give to me. That's my goal. I don't have a subscription, number in mind. My goal is to give back as you guys help me out and get me out there is to get back to you guys with great content and quality content. And that's why I do the voices. That's why I do all that. But let's move on. Without further ado, like I said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. You know what to do. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace out.